tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an A. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch 'cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating 'cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, you never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Ex slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First and 10, here's Murray. And an alley to run. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. And Thomas has it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing again on second down. Murray, flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
We're set. 19, 59, 26. Man, I got you. You go take. You got rush something. You got to right there. Wise motion.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Squeeze down the level. 24.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
54.
Here's Watson. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Check. Fresno.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches.
Watch the ship.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Push attack. 19. Kill.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12.
54 down, he's coming. 54.
Watson just beating the play clock. And his pass incomplete. That one intended for Keenan Allen, and it's third down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Check your hot read.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Samson Abukum. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, that the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On third down, Rodgers. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. First down, Murray. Flushed out right. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Let him know, let him know.
Murray now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on second down. Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Throwing is Murray on third down. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on fourth down. Murray and company going for it on fourth. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Watch it.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Set. 19. Combo. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. 0-0, Mike free. Watch the curve.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Second and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, 4 down. 59. Go. 5, Mike, 5. Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hey, 59. Get him. You got him. Finds the mic. I hope he brought your ride.
Out of the gun, Watson looking for the end zone and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now left side on the swing pass.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Watch the safety creep.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Hey, 24. Motion. Reset. Mike.
Watson on first down. Allen's got it complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
0-0, Mike Green. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him.
Watson now, operating from the gun. Finding Knox there, complete. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a first down throw, Watson. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning. Don't get nervous. Match box. Right. Switch.
This is McCaffrey. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Alert!
From the gun on third, Watson steps away. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Reset, 19. Mike 54. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you. 26. Back. Hey, 81. Let's get 55. And go.
On 1st and 10, Watson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's the tap. 19. Don't get nervous. 24. Watch twits. Hey, look. Hopper. Check 99. Check 99.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Big stop, let's go. Showing up. Alert. Alert. And go.
Operating from the gun, Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Murray now on 1st down. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Murray. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Crunch time, defense. 31. Lucky.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Tighten up, tight 24. 29. He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey. Mike 3. 9 to go.
Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Got a man, Slayton. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Darius Slayton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack on first down, Murray, he's going to take off with it. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Open man is Michael Thomas. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray,
who's been around this league?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Throwing now is Murray. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
SOS.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep. That's caught inside the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And it's complete in the end zone.
You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, Came here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke. No, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. No, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. No, you don't want problems. I say you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. No, you don't want. Yeah, I've been so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. Myself is ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't right it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't panic around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? Ready for all you got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want.